Okay. I've never heard of the, well, I know the cell phone charger is a decent quality one, but this is the first time I've heard of a particular component failing in the way it did. Normally, the components that fell that way are these guys. If it will focus on the capacitor and not my finger, thank you very much. Usually it's the standard electrolytics. And let me just grab a board that has one that's sitting nice. That one is in good shape, and that one's, well, voltage rating doesn't matter because it's a different board. I pulled the rectifier off of it. This is a good board. This will not be destroyed. Other than that, yellow glue is going to be removed, and this is going to be used as an open frame power supply. Puts out 5 volts at 3 amps. So. I think it's got, yeah, it has a synchronous. So does this one. This has got a synchronous rectifier as well. But, can you spot the problem? I don't think it should be sitting like that now, should it? So I got kind of a bulge on the top if I can get the light just right. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. If I force it to focus on the stupid thing, come on now. There you go. That solid state capacitor has gone pop. That's very interesting. I've never seen one. I was going to take one off an old PC motherboard, wire it backwards to see if they blow up. Well, they do. I've never seen that. I bet if I've malleolated it, so this is as good as parts. I'm going to keep that USB-C jack there, and this will be a full teardown at this point because I really don't feel like recapping this thing. Seeing also how I chowdered it up to open it and bent the pin. It's not going back together. It is going to be disassembled, and I learned something new today. Solid state capacitors do go bang. I did not know that. That is, what is wrong with my trash can today? Why does my trash can not want to open? That's bizarre. Okay, cool. So, that's new. That's very new. That is so new to me. And it doesn't have a brand, so I don't know if that has to do with anything. I don't think it was put in backwards. This thing was just ran at its full output load overnight. Many months ago, because this thing stunk. I had to put it outside for a long time to de-aromatize it. And to this day, when I opened it just now, this thing still stunk. So, yeah. I will keep these, what are they, 400 volt, 15 microfarad capacitors. Those would be good for putting into those old tube radios. I've come across some that need a 15 microfarad on their rectifier tube. So, yeah, there's some useful parts in here. You know. That's so interesting that went pop. Yeah. I've never seen that before. I've seen the surface mount that kind of look like these solid state caps go pop on things, but usually you can tell because they have a little crosshatch pattern in them. I don't think I have any around here to show you. No, I don't. Yeah, maybe. Let me just see. On one of these boards, maybe. Yeah. Oh, no, those are probably solid. This one isn't. I don't think this one is solid. I think that's just a standard electrolytic right there. I've seen those go pop, but I've never seen the solid polymer ones go pop. like what's on PC boards. Like I said, I was going to wire this thing up backwards, and not the board, but the capacitor, and see if it went pop. Well, I don't think I need to do that, because I answered that question by tearing an old cell phone charger apart. Maybe I have a better example on a inverter board. Yeah, no. That's how a good polymer capacitor will sit. It'll sit just like that. This has got some spicy condensers on it. And no, I'm not worried about it. I did check. They are discharged. And a good inverter. There's the RGBT right there. I don't know if the board's any good, but I sure as heck will keep that heatsink and the relays off of it. That's for sure. I'm sure the RGBT's okay. Oh, actually, I could test that capacitor, I think. Maybe not with this meter. I might have to use a special meter. I might have to use this one. This one's kind of cool. It's one of these. It's USB-C. I'm going to put you guys on pause for a minute, and I'm going to see if I can test that capacitor in circuit. I don't know if it will test or not, but we'll find out. That's what that RGBT looks like underneath that heatsink. This is a smaller version of it. That's a Fairchild part. That's good. Alright, I got it kind of haphazardly. Like, I don't want to bump it, because if I do, it's going to knock that thing over. It might not test because there's a bunch. I am pretty sure that capacitor is not 10 ohms. There are some little SMD resistors that are in parallel to it, but I don't know. That may be right. That actually may be correct. That capacitor is probably that blown up. I am going to pause this again, and I'm going to just take my pliers and pull that thing off. Well, can I prop it up? Not really. This may or may not work. This might just end with the camera falling over. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, well, see if I can do it without knocking these clips off too. Yeah, I did. There it is. It's yanked off the board, and I did not knock the clips off. Let's see. Yeah, so I would say that capacitor was definitely 10 ohms. So this little thing is Dunsko. So, yeah, I mean, other than me putting a dent in it, pulling it off, but it is chooched, and it stinks. And right after this, I'm going to go wash my hands, because I don't really want to know what's inside that. I don't know what they use. It's definitely not borax and what is the other thing in the electrolytics? But it's something else, and I don't want to know. Well, I'm going to end the video here.